we begin with good day, sir.
Geeks come in all shapes and sizes, and that they come into all kinds of things.
I was thinking more about the Satanic Panic.
By the scholar Gary Gygax.
Well, wait, hold on.
I said good day, sir. Not defending Roman slavery by any stretch, but
God, that's bad.
let them vote. Fuck off.
When historians, and especially British historians, want to get cute.
Oh, it's in there.
Okay.
It is not worth the journey. Is a geek history of time.
Where we connect nerdery to the real world. I'm Ed Blaylock. I'm a 7th grade world history teacher with one orphan English section here in Northern California. Kill me now. And I am the father of a 22-month-old little boy who has decided that everything in the world must, in fact, be climbed. He thinks he's Tenzing Norgay. I want to say I'm probably getting the name wrong, but he thinks he's a Sherpa.
Okay.
Like, he, honest to God, really thinks he doesn't care what it is. He's going to climb it, and that's by turns wonderful and heart attack inducing.
Nice.
So, how about you? Who the hell are you?
I'm Damian Harmony. I'm likely the one who taught your child to climb everything and act like a Sharpay. And I am a Latin teacher here in Northern California with one orphan world history class. And we just got finished with the Dutch East India and British East India Company, to which one student said, "These guys are assholes." And I said, "It's funny you would say that." And I hit the slide, and the next slide that came up was, "These guys are assholes."
See, you're teaching high school. You can get away with shit like that.
Yes. Oh, it gets better. Now they have to decide what's better for a peasant farmer, a corporation or an empire. And they're all leaning empire. That's how bad these corporations were.
Well, yeah.
And then I pointed out to them
how
many sentences or how many pages are about these corporations in your book, and they realized that zero. Count them zero.
Because everything you've
all
provided
the
to them
is good.
is all all the materials that you've provided to them to find out about these two, imperialist, capitalistic enterprises has undoubtedly been primary source material you have yourself found and utilized to enrich the curriculum, because it isn't fucking there otherwise. Yeah, because...
Well, I pointed out also that Napoleon conquered less territory during the Napoleonic Wars than did the British East India Company in India. And I said, based on landmass, how many pages does Napoleon get? And they were all like, "Oh, wow." I said, that's a thing.
Well, and what they may or may not at all mention is the guy that finally did defeat Napoleon started out working for the British East India Company as a military commander.
We're going to get there. It's fun.
It was, in fact, an insult that Napoleon used to refer to him as, that general of sepoys.
Yes.
Which, as an Anglophile and kind of a Francophobe, there's a certain amount of schadenfreude involved in, you keep talking like that right up until Waterloo. Fucker.
I noticed that there are two people to the left and to the right of it. Right.
Oh my God, we're surrounded.
Who are bored to tears with our discussion
with
already.
us. Yeah, well, it's us.
First we've got producer George.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
Good to have you back.
And we also have a new guest.
Yes.
Who are you?
Tell us about yourself.
I'm going with my maiden name because I don't feel like adding 16 angry parent emails to my list this week. I am Tessa Pogorelskin. I am a 7th grade science teacher somewhere in Northern California, and I have gotten a lot of shit for doing basically nothing but teaching. However, I also teach art, and I piss off parents by the boatload.
Nicely done.
That's what I've learned this week. I also have a
Fist
almost 1-year-old who's decided that she is the wrecking ball and not Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
And we're deciding to test things by seeing what happens when we smash our face and or the back of our head into them.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't mention my progeny.
No, you didn't.
I have the oldest of them all.
Yeah.
Yes, and the doublest of them all. I have 2 children. One is almost a double-digit midget, and the other one is 7. She's just finished Harry Potter. and he is working his way through the Clone Wars comics right now.
Oh, all right.
And he's really getting interested in certain bounty hunters and certain Jedi. And he's having
really?
a lot of fun with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go right into it. So
Sure.
the other day, we had a conversation going on
Yes.
on Facebook.
Yes.
In which, speaking of your daughter,
Yes.
I asked you what house she had been sorted into, and you responded
Yes.
that she was a Gryffindor.
She was.
She is.
She is.
Remains.
She is, yes.
Was and still is.
Yes.
A Gryffindor, which to anyone who has met his daughter is just about the least surprising thing you're going to hear.
That's true.
Yeah. And that you had a conversation with her, where you talked about her being a Gryffindor, as I understood the way you made the remark, by virtue of her having the good traits of Slytherin and Ravenclaw, and the two of them combined expressing as essentially Gryffindor. That was the way I understood your remark at the time.
That's the moderator, by the way.
And well, yeah, our moderator, quote unquote moderator, our immoderate moderator. And so I had a series of dragon bones to pick with that.
Fair.
And so that is the genesis of this episode.
So long as you don't tickle the dragon bones.
Well, yeah, no,
when they're sleeping.
No, of course not. Are you kidding? Because we're crunchy and tasty with ketchup.
Hogwarts
I would. Producer George, can I get a timestamp on that one?
6 minutes, 20 seconds.
Oh, you're slipping.
Well, you talked about your kids for like 2 minutes. Sorry.
Fair.
Yeah, all right, good
Yeah.
point. All
I keep
right.
thinking I hear a dog.
You do. He's snoring in the other room. He'll come in here and snore with his eyes
Eventually,
open.
it's freaky. But
I'm fine with
so
It's like Owen's mom.
Dude, I had taquito.
yeah, good point. So
Yes.
you made this assertion,
Yes,
statement
indeed.
regarding these are your daughter's character traits, and,
Yes.
and so thus this expresses as
As Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Yes.
And I am a house essentialist, which I know in certain corners of Tumblr is deeply frowned upon. But I think canonically that's the kind of way it's intended to work.
Okay.
And while we have a through line that states authorial intent means dick.
Right. Especially when the author herself keeps changing shit after the fact. She's like the George Lucas of J.K. Rowling.
Someone needs to take
she is
the
Yeah.
internet away from her. And they
or
should
at the very
have
least Twitter.
a long time ago.
Yeah,
No,
well-
because if you take away Twitter, she'll find something else.
That's true.
All right, good point.
She'll be crawling to something else.
Yeah, you know.
J.K. Rowling.
And
She's something else.
okay,
Rolling
you know,
on the floor,
you're
laughing my
making
ass
you're making up
off.
you're making up for a slow start by now hitting us more frequently.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Just so I know what I'm in for the rest of the evening.
A lot of peppering.
Oh Lord. All right. So in any event,
Yes.
I wanted to have the discussion about that.
Sure.
And the first thing that I want to say about it is
Before
Hold up,
we do-
ding, 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 motherfuckers. Question.
okay.
Because it was stated, and so we need clarification.
Sure.
Okay.
When you say that a Gryffindor is someone who has the good characteristics of Slytherin, elaborate. What do you mean by good characteristics of Slytherin?
Fair enough. Well, first, actually, before we even get to that, I think it might be appropriate that we identify what house we identify most with,
Okay.
just so that we can see where the implicit biases are.
That's fair.
You yourself said you are an essentialist, so I would
Yeah.
assume that you are a Gryffindor.
This is my surprised face right here.
Smack.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how it's going to be. I
Yeah.
see. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I am.
Okay.
A bitch.
Yeah. Well, that too. Yeah. So yeah, I am. You know,
Okay.
anybody who knows me is going to say, okay, so yeah, Drama King
Has a sword.
has hey, ace,
I know. Okay.
Hey, I'm
Swords
insulted. Multiple swords,
Swords
which
up.
require a rack. Thank you.
You have a sword rack.
Okay.
For once, we're gonna have
Yeah.
to move the mic away from Ed.
Oh my God! All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you
I finally found your
you talk-
passion.
Yeah, you talk like that about my
Sword
collection.
rack.
Come on. You know. Yes. So yeah,
Can you
I
have
have.
a sword brassiere?
But that's kind of Hufflepuffish.
You know,
If you have a sword rack.
Ooh.
I might have to talk to my wife about that.
I'm
one.
just
I don't
saying.
know.
It depends on how cold it gets. Because you can cut
there you
glass.
So, but yeah, Drama King, self-involved, owns multiple swords because they're just way too cool.
Arrogant as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know, but here's the thing,
Uh-huh.
intellectually honest about all of it and owns it.
Very much so. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you
Transparently
know,
so.
yeah.
You
yeah,
guys are
yes,
giving
yeah.
Harry Potter far too much credit to think that he would ever be able to intellectually own anything that he ever did ever.
No, but Hermione.
But Hermione
But
is totally on the nose about, oh, yeah, well, I am arrogant because I'm smarter than all of you
Right.
fucks. Like, that's...
She's what happens
you
when a
know.
Ravenclaw decides to be brave.
She's what happens. Well, okay. Here's the deal.
Okay,
we're
wait.
gonna get
Okay,
into
hold
that.
on, we get to
but
the
moving
arguments
on,
anyway.
Moving
Yeah.
on.
the fuck is your house?
Your house.
It's pretty goddamn obvious that I'm a Ravenclaw who wishes he was a Hufflepuff.
That's fair.
right, yeah.
Ravenclaw Rising, Hufflepuff setting.
Okay. All
So
right.
just like I'm a Chimp Rising, but a Bonobo setting, you know.
Yeah.
I really want to throw my shit at people,
Wait,
but I'd
so-
rather dry hump them into friendship. Like that's how it works.
I was gonna say you're a chimp when you pitch and a bonobo when you catch.
You're right. Oh,
Okay,
definitely.
there you go. Yeah, all right.
I'll
Okay.
take that.
All right.
Over and over again.
Speaking of parent phone calls.
So many.
So I wish that I were a Hufflepuff. I try really hard to be a Hufflepuff, but we all know that I get
You're
stuck
way
in my
too
own
much of a
noggin.
goddamn smartass.
Yeah, exactly.
You're entirely too impressed by your own cleverness.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yes.
like you know having.
I love dropping that last pin of the pun in there,
Yeah,
and
in
suddenly the whole
yeah.
thing lights up.
Yeah, and
Yes.
and you are fueled by the response of
Yeah.
Fuck
How did
me.
we not see that coming now that it's obvious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. And our moderator.
Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically,
Moving on.
like Spock with a lot more inherent rage.
Spock during the pawn
insane.
farm.
Spock with emotions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spock during pawn farm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And it's, yeah,
Like,
it's
but
that
all the
kind
time.
of a thing.
Having worked with her,
Yeah.
all the time.
All day,
All
every day.
Like,
day,
all day,
every day.
every
Because
day.
this is the thing, is that like with those parent emails, I'm just sitting there going like, this makes no sense. and I
here's
go
the
from
thing.
like looking at it and going, there's no, like, I'm both angry because it makes no sense, and then I'm also sitting there like going, that's not how you use a comma. And there's two parts of me that I can't separate, where I am both incensed at their inability to hold their child accountable and at their inability to use basic grammar and spelling.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I've literally gotten one that was like the longest run-on sentence in my life, and I had to sit there and reread it, not because I didn't know what it said, but because I was like, there has to be a fucking period in here somewhere. And I reread it like 6 or 7 times before I was just like,
Okay. So,
oh my god, there's no period. And I like totally forgot to respond to that email because I was so angry.
My
about the
students do
period.
that when translating Livy. They're like, where's the goddamn period?
Welcome to Latin, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Well, one, welcome
Yeah.
to Latin. Number 2, welcome to lecturing in church.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
Speaking of Latin.
in the book of Acts or anything written by
Have you ever
Paul.
been to a bat mitzvah? They don't stop singing.
Well, yeah.
I'm just
All
saying.
right. Well, you
every
know, the
Jewish
traditions
service ever.
are related.
3
but-
hours later, Jeremy's going,
What the fuck?
what is happening? I'm like, oh, don't worry. They're going to start walking the Torah around in a bit. And he's like,
Can I?
why?
Have
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. So, but Paul, of course, started as a Pharisee.
Absolutely.
So there won't be any surprise
No.
that
Then he
when
was
you
upset that he didn't get the bodily resurrection, so he was sad, you see. Ravenclaw for the win.
Good day, sir.
But then he got stoned off his ass. And what
Yeah,
happened
well,
next?
yeah, nice. Well done.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that one. But anyway, he never saw a period he liked ever,
Yeah.
or a comma, or a
Ever.
semicolon. Like No.
Yeah, that
so
was a
so
scary
that
email.
so that run-on sentence, I actually want you to send that to me.
I will.
Because I can use that as coaching for the next time I have to read anything by Paul in church. I can
If it
look at
would
that
help.
and practice.
Well, you remember the trilogy
Cadence.
of Suck. Remember that one?
Yeah.
How I was drunk with power and I was crazy and all this other stuff. And I literally just sat there and go, he keeps using big words, but that's wrong. Like, that was what I kept pointing out to you. And that's why
Yeah.
I am a Ravenclaw. Because literally this guy was trying to intimidate me with, like, his police prison email ender. And I'm just sitting there going, that's not how you use that word in a sentence.
So now,
Yeah.
now as an example of my own essentialist kind of outlook,
Sure.
I'm gonna throw something both of your way.
Okay.
Now, you, Damian,
Yes.
I know, have had to deal with this situation because we're social studies types. And
Yes.
This is a thing
Oh,
in the California curriculum.
Yes.
We are expected in the junior high and high school levels. I'm sorry, middle school and high school levels. There are units of what we teach that involve comparative religion.
Yes.
Yes.
So we have to teach about the fundamentals of what it is that Islam teaches. We have to teach fundamentals of what it is that Buddhism teaches. And because we live in the United States in the
have to-
21st century, we have to deal with the possibility, at the very least the possibility, and on occasion the actuality of
Well, we're
highly
teaching.
religious, I'm not
Yep.
going to say faithful, I'm going to say religious,
No, good
parents becoming offended
Right.
by the very fact that we are deigning to have a different religion
I know why they're
in the
mad.
classroom. Well, hold on. Let me.
So wait,
I know.
so-
we all know
Okay.
why
We're
they're
teaching
mad.
the children of fundamentalists the fundamentals of
Yes,
different religions.
and they don't like that.
Yes.
because
No fun.
They only want
Yeah.
no fun.
And they're totally
Yeah,
mental.
because
Yes,
ignorance
they
is
are.
the only way to keep them in it. But keep going.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and the way you phrase that is meaningful.
Yes.
So here's the thing. I last year,
Yes.
for the first time,
It's going to be a
actually
very grim
had.
statement, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh, I remember this.
I actually had to deal with
God, you should
That's
feel
wonderful.
a
bad.
parent.
Get rocked.
Fuck you. I had to deal with a parent who wanted to pull her kid out of my class during the Islam unit because she was a fundy dipstick.
Sure.
Now,
I remember.
She's why
When-
the terrorists win.
yeah, well, yeah. So
Or the pilgrims.
Or the
Or-
pilgrims. Well, aren't they
they
the same?
kind of
Yes.
Yeah, you beat. God damn it! We invite you to come here and you
Different
steal
clothing.
all my lines.
Sorry.
So anyway, she wanted to pull her kid out of my class during this unit, and now, what offends you,
Yes.
Tessa, about all of this is that it is fueled by ignorance, right? And in your case,
Yeah.
the epic, wonderful preparatory letter that you have ready to go, which I'll let you describe in a minute,
I kind of want a copy of it.
has to
I'll
do
send it to the both of you.
Yeah.
has a very great deal to do with your own. Oh, so that's the argument you want to make.
Yes.
Let me explain to you just why this is ridiculous
Yes.
through brilliant Latin style satire. My whole issue was not so much you're an ignorant idiot and you want your kid to stay an ignorant idiot, but my issue was rooted. Like the primary source of my, because I was pissed off that she was an ignorant idiot,
Yes,
wanted to
clearly.
keep her kid ignorant. But the primary source of my dudgeon about the whole thing had more to do with the fact that we live in a poly-religious, pluralistic society. The kids need to know about pluralism in order to function in our society and make our society a better place.
They don't want it to be a better place.
Well,
they
no.
want it to stay the same because they're crap
understand that.
lords. And they
You
think
can
that they're
say
going to
shit
get.
lord, it's
Oh, I
okay.
will, but I'm going to get. Wait 1 second. It's coming. So they are crap lords because they're not good enough to be shit lords. They're like
Oh.
skid marks.
Okay.
So these crap lords
they're
want to
bush
keep the
league.
world super shitty because somewhere in her fucked up fundy mind, she thinks that as long as it's shitty, the apocalypse is gonna fucking happen and she's gonna get raptured. In my opinion, if you just hit her with a brick, she'd get raptured a lot faster.
This is what happens when brains are smoothed over. Like, that's really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
I'm here
what
now.
what I'm saying is
Yes.
the essentialist argument here is
Uh-huh.
that the differentiation
Between the four houses.
in our outlook is part of. I'm not going to say it's the whole thing. There's also an elemental tie,
Sure.
but is part of the difference between why the two of you got sorted the way you did and the way I did.
But couldn't you also then argue the fact that you're sitting here saying that it's the idea of the differentiation of religions and the fact that everybody needs to learn to get together, and then I'm sitting here going, you're fucking ignorant, and here's you're saying, well, fuck you, here's the reason why you suck, all tied down to the fact that we want people to be able to live together with tolerance and not being dickwads.
We do.
We just approach it different.
But how they get there
because
is-
none of us are Slytherins.
No.
And
I
we
would
give
argue
a
this
shit
because
about other people.
Jeremy's a Slytherin.
What?
Jeremy's a Slytherin.
I thought he was a Hufflepuff.
No, he got really
Slytherin,
mad and
yeah.
retook the test. He's a Slytherin. He's a Hufflethrin. Slitherpuff.
Slitherpuff. I like
That's better.
Slitherpuff
Wow,
better.
that sounds like, oh man, the visual that just conjured up.
Badger snake.
No. That sounds much cleaner.
Yeah, he's a Slytherin.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
He's ride or die Slytherin though.
Oh, really?
Really.
All right.
And he is the opposite of the bad guy.
Right. Ooh, that kind of goes to my points.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So continue.
carry
So
on.
What
Sure.
are the good points of Slytherin, and what do
So-
you mean by "quote unquote" the good points?
All right, so each house is an elemental thing. Each house
Sorry.
is pour one out for the
Yeah,
homies.
yeah.
Each
Sparkling
house
one.
is a various member of the Fantastic Four or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all. It's all.
It's
that.
all. Yeah.
The four humors,
Yeah.
right? So I titled this "Why Slytherin Isn't Bad and Why It Figures That a Gryffindor Would Think They Were."
Ooh.
Cheers.
Fuck you.
Yes. So to paraphrase Sirius Black, a well-known Gryffindor,
From Slytherin lineage.
from Slytherin lineage, which tells me that they're really kind of two sides of the same coin the whole way through.
All right.
Yeah, and Sirius Black is the kind of guy that'll make you sweat and make you groove. So,
Severus Potter as well. What?
yep.
Oh my God! Who said something?
So,
hell?
Sirius Black said something to the effect of, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm Damian phrasing, the world isn't split into good people and Death Eaters. We've all got what's light and dark inside us.
Okay.
Right?
All right, there, Obi-Wan.
Yep. And Obi-Wan died before he could. Oh, that's right. The difference is Sirius Black was actually doing good things, whereas Obi-Wan was just saving a young man to sacrifice him later. I can't imagine who would do that.
Oh no, gee,
Yeah.
definitely not somebody from Gryffindor.
So, yeah, funny that. But it's okay, you're right. So,
Narrative structure.
totally, and
keep going.
justifying the means.
Narrative structure. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So positive
on
qualities
that.
of Slytherin, per your questions,
Yeah.
they're strategic,
Okay.
Okay.
cunning.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's a positive thing. Ambitious.
So hang on.
Sure.
Since cunning can be construed as a negative quality, because
Yes.
we tend to use it in a more negative light.
Yes.
How would you construe it to be a positive one?
Positive cunning would be like, you ever see that episode of MASH where they're going all over the place to get another incubator so they can actually test to see if people are dying of diseases?
Yes.
It took a lot of cunning to get all those trades going, and Hawkeye was a very cunning fellow.
All right.
But he was definitely a good man.
Yep.
Okay.
Ambitious. Also can be construed as negative, but ambitious people get shit done in the right way sometimes. Intelligent, patient, precise,
Okay.
sensitive, image conscious, which matters, calculating, and pragmatic.
Okay.
Notable Slytherins in fiction and in history. Now, we can certainly hash out whether or not they're good or bad. The first one would be Michael Corleone.
Okay.
And
Let's play this. I'm
Yeah.
Italian.
Okay.
Cool. I
I'm
think
in.
he was ultimately good gone bad. Good brought bad.
Okay.
And he even says it in I think a very good I'm going to say episode because I'm a Star Wars fan. In part 3 of The Godfather. He says, "What could I do? I wanted to do this, and I wasn't allowed to. You know, they threatened my father. What could I do?
Yeah.
What?" Every time, and he has this wonderful talk where he says, "Everything I've done is for my family, and everything I've done, every time and he even says right before his diabetic heart attack, where he says, "Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in."
Yeah.
He's constantly trying to walk the right walk, and he doesn't. And not the same way that Anakin pretends to try to walk the right walk. Michael's doing it for actually good reasons, as opposed to I want mommy to love me. But
That could be argued for.
Yeah.
That could be argued for Draco as well.
Yep. And the Draco didn't have a
Well,
goddamn chance.
No, Draco didn't have a goddamn chance.
I am going to agree that Draco was a victim of
Draco was
his
sunny.
upbringing and
Had a huge dick.
Oh yeah.
What? Also, Tony Stark,
Okay.
absolutely Slytherin.
Yeah. Nope, totally.
All right.
Sherlock Holmes,
I'll go with it.
Yep.
Slytherin all day.
I'm gonna no.
He's too full of himself to be a Ravenclaw.
I'm sorry. Have you seen the way this guy reacts when he gets a pun off?
Oh no, I have.
Oh no.
But
Oh,
it's
no.
At
It's
least 30%
not.
of that's affect.
just because the thing about Sherlock Holmes is that he's not looking for the reaction from anybody else. He
Right.
doesn't care. It's self-serving. His is 50% self-serving, 50% fucking with you.
Yes. I feel
All
seen.
right.
Wesley.
Okay.
You brought a Ravenclaw in for this.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
It's your own
yeah,
fuckery.
yeah,
you
yeah.
fucked up.
We picked a good judge.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we
Ravenclaw
did,
would be
we
the
did.
one.
No, I'm not going to argue that point at all.
All right. Wesley from Princess Bride.
Okay, I thought you were gonna fucking say Star
Wesley
Trek.
Crusher?
I was gonna be real. I was
no.
like, that bitch is a Hufflepuff.
No, he is. No. Yeah. Tom Paris was a Slytherin.
Yes.
The leader of Nova Squadron was 100%
Oh,
Slytherin.
100%.
And he's the wrong way. He went the
Yeah,
wrong
he
way.
went- yeah.
He
And
did. He walked that line. He fucked
He fell
up.
over. FDR. Very patrician. I'm right, and I'm going to do the right thing for everyone else because they're not smart enough to do it for
That's
themselves.
absolutely true.
Okay.
Yep.
And possibly Harry Potter himself.
Well,
Yes.
having been
No.
given the option,
And he chose.
and he chose.
But
And
he
it's a
chose.
choice.
yes,
It's a
yeah,
choice.
no,
Whoa,
yeah,
whoa, 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 whoa,
Just like
The other thing,
I was hoping
He had-
you'd stop me.
he had hat on.
Yep.
Hat said, "Yo, bitch, you're a Slytherin." He went, "I have heard Slytherins are evil. Through my own ignorance, I will decide to go to Gryffindor." Harry did not choose a side. Harry ran away from the choice.
Ooh.
If Harry had gone into Slytherin, Harry would have had a much more difficult path as far as his morality. He chose to be in a house because he could not deal with that choice. He thought if he went in to Slytherin, he based it off his meeting with Malfoy and everything he heard from Ron Weasley. He had no actual information
It's true.
and just
He had
bitched
anecdotal
out.
experience.
Which, when it comes down to it, Gryffindors are bitches. But keep going.
Okay. Well,
Now, there's also Slytherin who make everyone look like assholes.
Yes.
Okay.
Draco, Snape, Voldemort, most of the bad guys in the Harry Potter books.
Okay.
Several of the ones in the prior list also make everyone look like assholes.
Also, I'm just saying
fully
that there's
willing
no
admit
way
that.
to make Snape look like a good person.
No,
Ever.
no.
Yeah.
We are. I'm pretty sure everybody at this table is going to agree that Snape should have lost his teaching license like decades
Snape should have been
ago.
yeeted into the fucking abyss.
Now, having said
Fuck that guy.
I will have a little bit to not apologize for Snape, but to
He
make
is an
us,
incel fuckface.
yes,
Fist bump.
and there's a little more to him than that, though.
He
There
is our red
He's still
pill
responsible.
all the way down.
He's still responsible for it. He's wearing a trilby. You're absolutely right. But there is still a shred of humanity in him. And it wasn't wholly his fault.
Okay, we can do that, and I'm
Yeah.
going to destroy that, but we will
Okay.
keep going.
I'm happy for that.
No, I'm
Now,
like, here, I hate Snape.
in regard to the statements about Harry and his morality,
Yes.
that segues into a statement that so you say, based on his interaction with Draco, based on what he heard from Ron Weasley, what he heard from Hagrid, even before that, what I want to point out is, if we're working from canonical sources,
Yes, we are.
the only information we get from canonical sources are the aforementioned characters.
Yes.
Who are all unreliable narrators.
And who are everybody is not, it's the nature of the beast that everybody is an unreliable narrator. But the only interactions we ever have are that they are pure blood racists. Like to one extent or another, the very foundation of the house was built on Salazar
That's
Slytherin
true.
saying,
But-
I want a place for, hold on.
He didn't have this information. So if we're going canonical and we're going from the choice, All Harry knew was that Hagrid said there was never a good wizard that came out of Slytherin, which we know, canonically, he said because of his experiences with Tom Marvolo Riddle fucking him over with the spider.
Right.
Yeah.
And then from Ron Weasley saying that Slytherins are dicks in so many words because they treat them like shit because they're poor and it's the Malfoy family. We are looking specifically at 2 Slytherin individuals at this point.
Crabbe,
Harry
Goyle,
does
Pansy,
not
Parkinson.
know. Yes, but we are looking specifically at the information he's getting from people.
No, I understand. What I'm saying is...
I'm saying he doesn't know about the purebred racism yet.
Okay, well, granted, but that's...
He doesn't,
I'm
but
not,
he's saying the canon
I'm
does.
I'm
The
saying
canon
canonically
established.
the house is built around the idea of
I don't
pureblood
think
racism.
it built it for us at that point yet.
Well,
but
no, not at that point.
No,
No,
he-
I'm
he's
talking
just
about the totality
Okay,
of the
yeah,
picture.
totality.
The totality of the picture. The houses, the culture of the house
Yes.
is built around class elitism
Yes.
Yes.
and racial purity.
Yes.
Yes.
And there is a point made
Yes.
repeatedly about how many of them have unnaturally pale hair
Yes.
and Aryanism and etc.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so now I'm seeing our producer giving us signals. Are we coming up on a break?
Yeah. We're
Okay.
actually just about to hit a commercial break.
So I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna put a pin in that right now.
Okay.
And then we'll pick up after the break because we got to pitch stuff.
Cool.
Okay. Hey, Geek Nation. This is Ed.
And Damian, hey, what you got there?
I got a copy of The Stolen by my good friend Bishop O'Connell.
He is a Norwegian wedding cake creator.
No, he is not.
Oh.
He is an urban fantasy writer, a member of the Science Fiction Writers of America.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
that looks like it says 1 of 3.
Yes, well, it's the first volume of an American fairy tale. The other 2 volumes are The Forgotten and The Returned.
Nice. What's it's a fairy tale? Does that mean there's a lot of Celtic and Irish folklore in there?
A very great deal, yes. The first novel actually involves the characters traveling to Tir na Nog.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, I remember that from Titanic.
There you. Good day, sir.
And with that, back to the show.
Necessarily, that my initial argument had a lot less to do with Slytherin being bad.
Oh, okay.
Which was the way it wound up getting expressed, because my remarks about, oh, you mean the side of the coin that actually has ethics and a sense of moral decency,
Right.
was at least 40% me being a smartass.
Sure.
But there's 60% of information there, and that's what I want.
But the ultimate argument that I was trying to make had to do with house essentialism. That there is something fundamentally important in someone's character,
Okay.
and in Harry's case, there was something that led him to make that choice. Now the argument can be made, and it's a solid argument that
I have evidence.
it was his lack of
down,
understanding. That it was his lack of understanding, or his psychic, whatever you want to call it, premonition that he was going to have a harder time in Slytherin.
He
didn't want
spoke
to deal with it.
parcel tongue. He wasn't psychic.
Well,
Bitch could talk to
I'm saying
snakes.
psychic in a broader
It's not like a
sense.
snake came up to him and was like, yo, bitch, this is a bad house.
Oh, I don't know if you saw this. His daughter figured something out, pointed
What?
something out that blew my fucking mind.
What?
Do it. You tell the story.
The snake in the zoo?
What about it?
It's Nagini.
What if that's
Yeah.
Nagini?
It's totally Nagini.
Yeah.
I had, until I heard that from him, relating it from his daughter, that had not occurred to me.
Nagini's actually, super chill. It's kind of fucked up that they had to cut her head off. Because she was just like, yo, I'm going to South America. And then Voldemort was like, bitch, you thought.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, you're my,
I
my
feel-
slave here. Yeah.
She was going to follow you
Nagini
on tour. She's going to do the
2020.
Rattle and Hum tour.
Yeah.
She's a python.
Damn it.
She can pick up a damn maraca. She's going to South America.
there
She
you go.
can
All
make
right, there
it
you go.
work.
Castanet.
She's got a can-do attitude.
No, I think she spits venom, not casts nets.
Again, python.
Ooh, this is a
Damn it.
science question. Is it venom if you're not biting?
Yeah, because
It
you're
is,
still trying to
'cause you're
inject
still-
it
still-
But
even
how
from
are you
afar.
spraying it.
injecting it?
Well,
No,
you're
not
still
gonna-
expressing it. Is the
it's
thing.
I want to
being
call it something else.
expressed
I
as
want
opposed
another
to-
word. I don't like it. Sorry.
I'm sorry that you don't.
I don't like it.
And by the way, folks, Ravenclaw. Mm-hmm. I need a better term. That's not sufficiently precise. For what it is that
Well, no,
it's
because
describing.
if
I
it's
need a better
the
word.
rule is that if you bite it and you die, it's poisonous. If it bites you and you die, it's venomous. But then
Yeah.
what about if it pukes on you and you die?
Well, usually if it pukes on you, you're not necessarily going to die. You're going to be blinded or scarred or burned or something and driven away.
Do you see my problem though?
I do.
What
I
if
see
it
your
gets in your
prob-
mouth? What if it gets the fortunate shot? The
I
money
don't.
shot.
But you
I
have
don't
things like poison
know.
dart frogs, which are in the name poison, so I think that's where you...
That's fucked up. That should be named venomous.
But if you
dart
eat
frog.
those dart frogs, that's
But
how
it's
you
the
die.
reason the way
But
you
if
die.
they take
Right.
it and then they stab you, I guess it's still like a byproduct.
It's the source is
Toxic
a poison.
dart
They're
frogs.
excreting, not expressing, and I think that might be the difference.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
just
so.
saying it should be like
Oh, it's a toxin.
toxin.
It's a
Yeah,
toxin.
it's a toxin.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah,
venom.
there you go.
There we go. Told you. Okay, keep.
The argument that I've seen in regard to essentialism is that there are, aside from the elemental associations,
Right.
there are, and if you've taken the Pottermore quiz, the way it gets weighted is there are decisions that you have to make and things that you have to judge based on an internal set of whatever it is that you care about, whatever it is that you are prioritizing
Also, just
over other
so that
things.
people who have never done the Pottermore quiz will understand, the Pottermore quiz does not act like a BuzzFeed quiz. It's just like, pick evil shit, become Slytherin. Pick smart shit, you're a Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Look, chaos. Oh, hey, Gryffindor. Look, biscuits.
I feel
You're a Hufflepuff.
I came here to have a good time, and I honestly just feel so attacked right
Yeah,
now.
I know, I'm here for it.
But
Pottermore
I
gives...
can't argue.
Pottermore gives
You
a
feel
different
seen
variety.
and attacked.
Yes.
And attacked.
Well, because that's the thing is that, they make it really obvious so that you can select what you're
Yeah.
going to be in, whereas, you cannot select what you want to be, and you will think that you are selecting things to get into something, and then you go, motherfucker, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right.
There have been people that have had existential crises over this.
The most scrubbed through podcast that we record.
oh my
Jesus, I
god,
know.
yeah. So,
It's gonna be like, yeah.
but
okay.
my what I wanted to respond to at the time
Sure.
was the idea that you showed up in this house because you have this trait and this trait, which are the good traits of this other house, but when you combine them together, you wind up getting placed here. And I think there is an underlying set of characteristics, specifically that your daughter has, that I think are that are why she got sorted the way she did, rather than that it's it couldn't decide between these two, and so you got over here. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think the differences in emphasis, the differences in priority, the differences in what you value.
Right.
Because you can be smart and wind up in any one of the four houses.
Talking
You can
point.
be brave and wind up in any of the four houses. Go.
Challenge to you both.
Okay.
Gryffindor is the chaotic good of all three houses.
Yeah. Go with it.
You mean of all four houses?
No, because it's
Okay.
the fourth house.
Oh.
Gryffindor is the chaotic
It's
good
one of four. Okay.
of all the three houses. It's its own house. So I would argue
Okay.
that Gryffindor does not actually have its own qualities per se.
Mm.
It takes all the people that do not quite fit because they all have one particular trait in common.
Okay.
It's the ablative case of all the houses.
Determining.
Why would Hermione not wind up in Ravenclaw?
I often wondered that myself, and my daughter and I have discussed it, and we both kind of came down to, while she is exceptionally smart, she has also got a courage that supersedes that intelligence sometimes. Almost an impulsiveness.
That's the word that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So,
Poor impulse control.
this is my thought. You have the smartest person in school,
Yeah.
the smartest individual in school, who by all argument should be in Ravenclaw, right?
Wait, it's not Cho Chang?
No. Hard pass. Anyway,
Sorry, I
mean-
love that they named somebody two last names.
I know
Yeah.
it's because she's so white it hurts. And Cho has been done dirty because she was grieving, so it makes sense. But anyway, Hermione's stupid smart.
Yeah.
That's a really good way to put it.
And,
Yeah.
an illegal potion, the polyjuice potion,
Right.
steals ingredients, makes it in a bathroom. This is basically wizard bathroom meth.
Yeah.
Harry,
And ends up looking like a pussy.
Yeah.
The whole way.
Okay, yeah.
Harry, and Ron both make this contraband, ingest it without a single thought, to break more laws by stalking people.
Yep. Wait, are there laws in Hogwarts against
We're
stalking?
pretending. Actually, you know what? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Do we have a
here's-
database of wizard laws?
Actually, we really
They
do.
do. No, because the ministry absolutely arrests and busts people out for
But
shit.
for like dumb shit, they're like
That's
white
their laws.
cloths.
That's
Well,
their
yeah,
laws.
yeah. Well, their laws suck.
Right, yeah,
But
their laws are
we can
dumb.
get
They're
into
like,
that.
don't apparate. Okay, he apparated. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
But are there any rules against making somebody puke slugs? No. No, I mean, we'll take
Are
away
there
points.
any rules against making somebody like literally be a cut bitch in the bathroom and like bleed out to death? No, all right.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
pretty
He's the
much.
chosen one. Just
Mind
like,
control. Yeah. No,
So-
yeah. No, they're the.
Could you argue-
the legal code pursued by the Wise and Gamut is really, really oddly focused.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Like there's this category of stuff that's going to get you locked away in literal, lifetime psychic
wizard
torment,
weed.
Yeah.
like emotional torment, like forever.
Yeah.
And then like all this other crap you want to do, yeah, well, we're wizards, deal with it.
Yeah, like it's literal
like,
crimes against humanity. Like who the fuck cares?
Call it good.
So,
Yeah.
could you
British
argue
boarding school.
Could you argue?
against the fact that Gryffindor is basically a mismatch of the chaotic good of everyone that fit into every other house, but because they're nuts, they get stuck into this house? Literally, the hat just goes, wow, you're so smart, but Jesus Christ, you
have
cannot
no impulse
chill.
control at all.
You get to go into Gryffindor.
Yeah, no
oh my
chill.
God, you're
You know what?
so nice.
You're going to fuck
But
up this
holy
house? Let's put you in
shit.
Gryffindor.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You know what? No, wait. Actually, I think you hit the nail on the head a second ago.
And they call it
you
Nani's
have no
class.
chill.
Yeah, you have
It is
no
you
chill.
have no chill. Like,
It's like, look at
think
Neville.
of every-
Neville's a Hufflepuff, but then he sits there and he's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. He has all the characteristics that would normally be a Hufflepuff.
Yes.
Yep.
But
He can roid out.
Well, he does two significantly notable things over the course of the book that
Yes.
immediately jump to mind. That is Neville going fucking hard. Number one is him standing in front of the power trio
Yes.
at the end of the
Where
first
he's like,
book,
"Fuck
saying,
you."
11 years old.
I am not going to let you do this. You're going to screw it up for everybody else.
Yep.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
And stands there and
Which is
and,
sheer chaos because Harry, Hermione, and Ron are basically a hurricane.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
It's literally
Still.
the equivalent
Yeah.
of a white guy in a wife beater shooting at the hurricanes that were coming towards Florida. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't because
He's that guy that Kayla's
that
talked
image
to.
is too
in front of the storm.
Yeah.
that image is too evocative for me to argue
You're
against.
welcome.
I just can't. So there's that one.
And then
Did I
the other
mention
one.
I'm the art
And then
teacher.
at the end of the series, he turns into the leader of the fucking resistance.
Yes.
And he is Mr. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to talk. Not only am I not going to talk, I'm going to laugh at you while you're
Yeah.
fucking hitting me. Because you know what? I go hard. I have no chill.
It's because he used
No.
whatever herbology shit and he feels no pain because we
Right.
don't know what the hell he took in those cutaways.
We don't know what
He's
he was
just-
smoking in between.
Yeah.
He's like on.
Well,
yeah.
but wait. Then why has he no chill?
Because
like you'd think it'd be.
Because he's
No, he deadened his nerves. It doesn't mean.
dead in his. What he did was
He's
to
just
make
dead
sure
in
he
his sense of
feels
pain.
no
Like
pain.
the main character from Kick-Ass.
Yeah,
Just
that's the
doesn't
thing is
feel
that they're
it
like
anymore.
punching him in the face and
Okay.
he's like, you don't know what shit I took.
Like-
I feel
like-
nothing.
Have you met my grandma?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. My grandma hits harder
So
than
that's the
you.
thing is that he's like Hufflepuff. Jesus fucking Christ.
You're gonna wreck that house.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
you don't
no.
get to be a part of that
Look
house.
at Seamus.
Yeah.
Seamus is the dictionary definition of chaotic good. Oh my God, the bad guys are here. I get to blow up everything. Because that's what he's been waiting for. He
His
sits
whole life.
there.
Oh shit!
and
He's
he's just
Irish.
been-
Oh, that's fucked up.
I know.
That's fucked up.
Oh my God, wait. that
Irishman
was-
is bombing.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, and remember how it is that he managed to blow
And she's
himself up in the
English.
first book.
Yeah.
Of course.
He was trying to turn his tea into whiskey.
Yeah.
You know what? we
How's
need to do?
that? Speaking as a Celt,
I
how's
know.
that for an unfortunate stereotype?
I'm just saying we could definitely do an entire
speaking as a
series
Celt, it's not
breaking
entirely
them
wrong.
down. You can totally take J.K. Rowling.
I gotta make a
Okay,
I gotta make a plug real quick.
No, go
Okay.
I gotta make a plug real quick. If you want to talk about breaking houses down, and if you actually want to see a remarkably sympathetic depiction of specific members of Slytherin House, I
it's
highly
Snape,
recommend.
fuck it.
Oh no, it's Crabbe and Goyle. My college best friend rewrote volumes like 2 through.
They were
got
done
to 5.
dirty.
They were totally done dirty. He winds up turning the two of them into secondary protagonists.
Ooh.
And
I think I've seen this.
and their whole thing is we're a couple of essentially their character is working class heroes stuck surrounded by a bunch of snotty
3PO and
upper class
R2.
guys.
Did he publish this? Because I've seen this.
It's been on a what of our own
Archive of Our Own. I hate myself for knowing that. But yes.
You're too much of a Potterhead not to know
I
Archive of Our Own. Come on now.
Too much of a nerd.
Yeah, well. So yeah.
Well, and the whole reason that it exists is a big
but one of the best
anyway.
one of the best lines out of his work to me is when somebody Ron winds up laughing at the two of them because they say something about Pansy Parkinson being scary now because they're all coming back after being away at summer.
Right.
And one of them says to Ron something about, oh yeah, no, you need to stay clear of Pansy Parkinson. And Ron is like, Pansy Parkinson, are you kidding? And they both look at him like he's a moron and say, oi, the bint's taking the bloody dark mark, in that accent.
Wow.
At which point Ron goes, oh,
Yep.
shit. But the line, the
Right.
bint's taking the bloody dark mark, he basically, without realizing it, he turned the two of them into John Constantine from Hellblazer.
That's amazing.
And yeah, I have to look the title up
I like it.
and tell y'all to go read it. But
I
it's
have
awesome.
read it. I didn't.
Yeah, so
I didn't realize he's the one that wrote that.
yeah, no, you bet him. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So, in any event,
Yes.
I think at the end of the day, basically my whole argument, at least in terms of the point that I felt you were making that I wanted to counter was there are characteristics in the case of Gryffindors, it's having no chill that is what puts you in that house.
Yeah.
And for Ravenclaws, I would argue it is a dedication to the idea of truth. A dedication to if you know things and if you are pursuing knowledge, implicit in that, if you're pursuing knowledge for the sake of knowledge, implicit in that is seeking for truth.
Okay.
The virtue that I would associate with Ravenclaw is truth. The virtue that I would associate
I'm
with...
feeling judo coming.
I'm feeling
But
like
go
I
on.
can twist this. Keep going.
Okay.
Go on.
But Hufflepuff,
Yes.
the virtue that we could assign to them is...
Cunnilingus.
nice.
Yeah.
But I would argue again it being affiliated with the element of earth, temperance,
Right.
or they are the ones who have conviviality. They
Yeah.
are the ones who have all the chill.
Right.
Yeah. They have the chill.
They have the chill.
They're the stoner house.
And if we want to then assign a virtue to Slytherin, which I think is only fair,
Yes.
it would be drive.
Yeah. Ambition.
It would
I would've
be
said.
ambition. It would be striving, reaching for that which is out of reach.
It's when Kirk got
know.
separated.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And when he got separated, by the way, all his courage went with him too. That's why I keep saying two sides of the same coin are Gryffindor and Slytherin.
all right.
Okay.
So-
I like that. I can
So
see that.
then, with the idea that pop culture has painted Slytherin to be in an evil light,
Yes.
when you say that, I mean, this is basically going to devolve into D&D classifications.
Well,
but
We don't mind.
that's fine.
Yeah.
We use that shorthand all the time.
Yeah.
so Gryffindor would be the chaos.
I would argue there is an inherent element of
Yes.
based on the way they have been characterized. We don't see anybody coming out of the house who winds up being
Percy.
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 No.
But he's kind of ostracized as a result of it, though.
But
He's a little bitch.
But he goes hard evil.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Because he's
Okay.
the chaotic evil in that he follows the rules, but no, he takes the rules and bends them in a way that he can try to persecute people. He literally takes his power and tries to use it to...
Power becomes an end
Power
to itself.
becomes an end unto itself.
Yes, but
Now,
he does it... It's not linear. It's not by the book. He literally finds things that he can use and
Yeah,
warps
okay, I
them.
see what you're saying.
So he's
To backtrack for a second.
Yes.
To come back around to this, I would say when we say that the defining characteristic of Gryffindors is they have no chill.
Yes.
A way to break that down into what we might call a virtue that we can assign to them, I would say the virtue there is passion.
Sure.
And the dark side of that passion is you wind up getting consumed
Zealotry.
by that, and
Yeah.
it turns into zealotry.
Yeah.
The righteousness, the sense of justice or outraged justice that we associate with Hermione
Right.
forming
Spew.
spew gets turned around in Percy
Yeah.
into this dedication to know
Okay.
we have to have
And see, she'd
the
be a
rules we got to be
fantastic-
pursuing.
But at
doing
the
all
same
that.
time, Rowling and the rest of society has made a whipping boy of Slytherin, even in full view of the fact that passion can go bad, because they're like, no, it's not passion that's bad, it's ambition that's bad. It's this weird thing of like,
Well,
They're
there's a
playing
very-
on the fact of absolute power corrupts absolutely. And it's
Right.
the idea that they're seeking power when in reality, you could look at it
Yeah.
more than anything if you look at Slytherin. What do you see them seeking? Acceptance.
and that. So I have.
Yeah, they are.
That's my
looking
last
to
point to it.
fit
Okay,
in.
yeah.
all right.
Why is Draco so pissed off that he is not part of the Slug Club?
Right.
Every single he doesn't go anywhere
partly
without a
because
group
he's-
of people that make him feel welcome.
But okay, some of that's white privilege boy
Yes.
stuff. Like
It is.
I don't like that I've been closed out.
So
Yes.
much of that
Yeah.
is
Well, and because
white
look
privilege
his
boy
family.
stuff.
Look
Of
at his
course.
family. So he's raised that way.
And here, the
But
other,
why
the other
does
thing-
he continue when we see him struggling with the morality of his family's choices? Why do we see him continuing to fall? He wants to be accepted by them. He takes
you're right.
the dark mark to be accepted
to
by
be
them.
to-
True.
He doesn't want the dark mark, but you can
He's-
see him
That's true.
make the choice to take it to be accepted and not ostracized.
he's a slightly more sympathetically characterized Eric Trump.
Yeah, but he's more intelligent. We're
Well, I'm
Well,
not,
we're not gonna do Draco dirty like this.
Yeah, okay, well, but the parallel I'm making is he's really,
I'm gonna
really,
say-
really desperate for.
No, if you're gonna go
specifically
with
for
a
his
Trump, you can go
father's
with
stroke.
Barron
So he's
because that
George
kid doesn't know
W.
what the fuck is going on because he's 12. Eric knows what he stole from kids with cancer. Now fuck him.
So he's George W.
All of them.
Yeah, he's smarter than he likes to let on.
Yeah, okay.
But
He's seeking daddy's approval
Yes.
and going for a job he doesn't even
so
want.
we're looking at ambition, but the ambition seems to be tied with acceptance. Whereas with Hufflepuff,
Yeah.
it's that idea of hard work and bringing everyone together and
Community.
that community.
Well, yeah,
And then with Ravenclaw, you say truth, but you could see how that can go downhill very quickly as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Because, hey,
Do it all the
look
time.
at the anti-vax moms, man. They do research
really
all
smart.
the time.
The University of Google.
And they are
Oh, yeah.
following their truth.
Oh,
and they have
God.
the
Oh.
evidence. I'm sorry.
oh my
As the true
God.
Ravenclaw, I am here.
Say nothing.
This is the problem: is that
Say
I
nothing.
go with my truth, which is science as I see it, and because I haven't fucking died of measles yet. They go with their truth,
Why
which
do you
is
insist on putting a yet on the end of that?
because I
Because
am
there's
just
enough
saying
people that are
potentially
weakening herd immunity.
I
Yeah,
could
okay.
still die of like super measles or some shit. Who the
Okay.
fuck knows?
All right.
I'm just
Because of all the
saying.
anti-vax moms who are pursuing
Look, I
their
keep
symptoms.
saying that I'm not going to die unless I'm fighting a bear and a shark at the same time. Who knows? Maybe measles has a bear and a shark. So, I go with that evidence.
Yeah.
Other people go with the evidence that they felt slightly discomfort because they got poked with a needle and my kid cried and they got an immune response. So let me look at this, unfortunately, disproven, but still unfortunately scientific publication from Dipfuck McGee, who's so not important I don't even remember his fucking name. And let me sit there and yell about mercury because I don't understand chemistry. But I don't need to understand chemistry
at all.
because I have these sources. Whereas I'm sitting there and going, but chemistry gives you this, and they're going, but these source says that your chemistry is bad. So we
Table
both
salt.
have,
Fucking table salt.
which
If you
could
wanna-
technically kill you with hypertension. But so anyway, tell me I'm wrong.
Everything in the world can fucking kill
See?
you with something.
This is the problem.
You want to know?
They
you
have
want to know
the
how
truth.
silicon kills you?
Oh, I do.
Rapid acceleration into your fucking skull.
Oh, for sure. It's
Rock.
also extremely flammable. Anyway, these two
All right.
fuckers have their truths.
Yes.
I am violently pro-vax. And I
Yes.
do not, I had to think
Yes.
about a word and I was like, nah, I'm going violent. Violently
You are.
pro-vaccination.
And we're all
However,
in this room okay with that.
I
fucking
want somebody to
Karen,
write a comic book of someone who's like the vaccinator.
you know what it is?
And
I
they-
just
they
come up with
stealth
fucking
and just
needles.
stab people in the neck and oh.
Oh my god, if I could, I would. But so,
Oh my god, black and white
Yes.
costume with,
Yes.
with a syringe
Yes.
in white coming down.
hell
the
no,
side.
it's gonna be hot fucking pink. I'm gonna fuck you up. You will see me coming and there will be nothing you can do.
There's a
Anyway,
bandolier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the thing about Ravenclaw, right?
White
you could go,
boots,
yeah.
you could have a good and evil where you've got
Yeah.
fucking me sitting here like, yo dipshit, here's science, and then fucking Karen going, but vitamin K has Thermopylae in it, or whatever the fuck the other.
Monopoly.
I can never remember how to
Wait,
say
the
that.
hot
Yeah.
gates? What?
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
What?
you remember
Yes.
that? There's like
Has
that.
a Frank-
there's
has
the
a Frank Miller
Mercury.
comic?
I
Like,
can
what?
never remember how to say that Mercury, so I always just call it Thermopylae
Thimerosal.
now. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thermopylae. So
Yeah.
I'm going to make it work. Okay, so anyway,
Pediatricians.
Yeah.
What is your profession? Hello. All right.
I feel like it works.
Sorry.
But so they're
It
pissed
does,
off
actually.
about that.
Syringes instead
Yeah.
of spears.
And so they're going to sit there and be like, Mercury's bad. I'm going to go, but not that Mercury. And they're going to go, but science is buying you out. And I'm going to go, but no, it's not. And they're going to go, but prove it. I'm going to go, but here's the paper. And they go, that's from science. So we have our truths. And the difference between the two of us is that she's going to sit on the toilet screaming, and I'm going to go, you're dumb. No. Because that's the difference, right? There's the wisdom. There's the wisdom to know when to stop.
Yeah.
And then there's the wisdom to kill your kids when they're 4. You know, that kind of a thing. So you could see how it can go poorly. The same way with community, where you can make them feel too obligated, right? We've
Right.
got, what's the Heaven's Gate?
being honest.
Heaven's Gate would be
Yeah.
a fucked up Hufflepuff.
Yeah, Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Jim
Yeah.
Jones' cult would have been
Jim
Hufflepuff.
Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim Jones is
Yeah.
totally.
Total Hufflepuff.
But well,
Dark
okay, but
Hufflepuff.
hold on. Would Jim himself qualify as a Hufflepuff?
He's building a community, and he's
Well,
building it off
he's-
his very passionately held beliefs.
And he was actually like
I
However,
almost here's
you
the
could
thing. I
say
almost
it's a
argue that as a
Gryffindor
demagogue. I was going to say
holding
he was
hostage, but
No.
the thing is that he wouldn't fit into Hufflepuff.
because he
because
adopted like Jim Jones actually this is gonna
adopted like a
sound
fucking load of kids.
so terrible. I'm gonna rehab Jim Jones a little.
Yeah, I know. At the
but
beginning, like he seems all right.
He was
and then,
actually
like, he
a
goes off
pretty
the wagon.
good guy when it came to like he was one of the first people to desegregate certain things in
Yeah.
the West.
Yeah.
And then he went away, and here's where I think you have a point calling him Gryffindor. Went away and came back, and he was like, "Wait, how come I'm not getting the credit?" That's a very Gryffindor thing.
That's a
Well,
very
yeah.
Gryffindor thing.
So
Well, I'm sorry.
But this is the thing where
Our
it's
symbol
a
is a lion.
Hufflepuff
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Leo. Look
yeah,
at me.
yeah.
Hi.
Also,
Also British.
lions like don't
Yeah.
do anything. The females,
But they get
do
all the credit.
everything,
Oh,
which
yeah.
makes sense
But-
actually when you think about it, because Hermione was the one that
Hermione
basically kept
was the
everybody
driving
alive.
force behind,
so,
like, all
but that's
of
the
it.
thing too is that Hermione could be that
And they have a lot of
crazy
Pride.
thing, and then you look at the Slytherins, right, where it's all So you really gotta like look at it, where you've got the good. You can go extreme good and extreme evil in every single house.
Oh yeah.
It's more about their alignment to lawful, chaotic, and good.
Yeah. Yeah.
how it
And-
expresses.
Yeah. And I think
Shit,
what,
I don't have
what,
to tell you guys any of this.
Yeah,
stuff.
what
You
I
got
think
this.
what I think is
Because
important.
the other Ravenclaw's here.
Yeah, well, yeah, because y'all have.
And here I
this
thought you
all
guys were going to
through.
gang up on me.
Yeah, no,
No.
hell no, no. I knew coming into this. But I think
Because you very much got a dark ambition with Snape, who's desperate to be accepted and doesn't get the acceptance and continues to try to get the acceptance. And when he doesn't get it, goes into this downward spiral of like control, which is why he's like
Yes.
Since I
fetishizing
can't-
Harry's eyes
He
like some kind of
obsesses.
yeah,
creeper.
since I can't get acceptance, and I'm never going to get the individual.
I'm gonna fantasize about a
I
dead
wanted-
lady until I literally literally die.
Yeah.
Because
And-
that's not fucking creepy. And then her dumb, impulsive kid is going to name his kid after me.
Well, we'll go a little bit further. His ambition was thwarted,
yes.
Yeah.
and he couldn't handle
And he
that.
couldn't handle
Yep.
that, which is so many
So he
white guys
Was a
like,
dick to
everywhere.
children
Yeah,
until he
like
died.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the point I kind of want to make in the middle of this about Slytherin is that you had previously been saying kind of in preparing for this, you were
Yes.
talking about like how much do we blame Slytherin, and the parallel was how much do we blame Germany after the war? How much do we blame Germany for
World War I, World War II.
for the World Wars?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Both?
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I'll work my side of the street.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
go
but,
ahead.
do
but,
this.
but we'll get to your argument there. But what I want to say is I think Slytherin suffers in the sense that the culture within the house had become what it had become,
Yes.
and the people who were in that house, because at the end of the day, like they say at the beginning of the book, this is going to be the family you're going to be living with while you're here.
These are children being
These are children
socialized.
being socialized into these kind of circumstances, and the deal is, as we've seen with any number of organizations, once you get a certain critical mass of dickwads,
Yes.
it's really hard to rehabilitate
Yes.
that
The
group
culture.
or that organization. That culture becomes tainted,
Which
and
is-
my problem
Okay.
as an educator and as just me looking at the construct of the
Okay.
houses, my problem with Slytherin as a group is they have been socialized into this class superiority and this sense, the same sense of thwarted superiority. Like they all have a martyr complex, or if they don't have a martyr complex, they have.
They wanna be the
superiority.
victim.
They want to be the victim.
Yeah.
Like all the time, and the fact is that they are all coming from the wizardly equivalent of the 1%,
Right.
or
Which
the
is
overwhelming
why
majority of them are coming from the wizardly equivalent
When they
of the
get
1%.
decimated during the war at Hogwarts, and you see Severus and Scorpius in The Cursed Child, that Slytherin house is very
Very different. Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing too, is that, looking at this, if we're going canon, you can also look at Draco's redemption through his son. And his son
It's way more chill.
could totally have been a fucking Hufflepuff. I don't know how. I'm still trying to, I think
Well,
Slytherin
and again-
became the more chill people of all the houses by the end of it, except for Harry's son, who's just issues upon issues upon issues because he's under his dad's shadow, and his dad is a
have issues
fuckcase
being okay. So
named after fucking creepy white supremacists.
one named after.
Wait, you mean
Jackass.
Kylo Ren?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Also living in the shadow of somebody who he's never going to be as cool as.
Yes.
Like, I don't care
Ever.
how much dark side
Also Han Solo.
wizardry. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, true. True that. So, but, yeah, you
10 points to Hufflepuff.
Yeah. No.
Shit.
You're a Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
10 points.
Yeah.
I'll give
And
5
I'd
high
actually
points
give
to
you
them.
15.
Yeah.
So, I had a point I was trying to get to.
But no,
and
it's that
you
idea
completely
that
derailed
they
it.
were allowed to become a cesspool, and none of the educators. But I mean, if you look at fucking Dumbledore, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well,
He
yeah.
literally took an 11-year-old and goes, yes, my sacrificial bitch.
Go live with your abusive family this summer.
Yeah, literally
Yeah.
just go get fucked for 11 years.
Yeah.
Come back. I'm going to
Well,
abuse
then
the
you'll
shit out of you.
you'll be radicalizable.
Yeah,
enough that I
like,
can
he's
easily.
Literally,
No,
the villain of the story is
not
Dumbledore.
Skywalker.
Always.
Same story.
Potter.
Same
Literally
story.
the same story. But, so,
There's no Death Star.
it doesn't.
No, I'm arguing against this specific point of the religious
Okay,
indoctrination.
you know what?
Oh,
No,
okay.
Point from
we
where
don't
the Jedi
know.
had it coming.
How did he get
no.
Peter Pettigrew to do it? He made a potion. I was fucking a shit baptism if I've ever seen one. He poured dead things over this creepy fetus. Tell me I'm wrong. So, yes, religious indoctrination, but also serious Stockholm syndrome fucked him up. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, when you get down to it, Dumbledore's the bad guy. Like,
100%.
yes, Voldemort's a dick, but he is not on Dumbledore's level.
true.
That level of fuckery was magnificent.
quick
Because I don't have
question.
another word for it. Like, just
What house
stunning.
did Dumbledore?
Gryffindor.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Where the ends justified the means?
Really.
Weird.
Interesting, right?
Yeah. Look
That's
at
why I'm
that
just
zeal.
saying.
That zeal trumps ambition every time when it comes to doing evil.
Yep.
So
certainly can.
you brought up my discussion of do we blame Germany for the Nazis after the war's over? It is their responsibility to fix what the Nazis did. 100% agree. Mm-hmm. But Dresden was still wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
The first place the Nazis invaded was Berlin. Their first victims were German. Similarly, the Death Eaters and Voldemort took over Slytherin, per what you said.
This is true.
An otherwise benign house. Now, a house that had certain values that we find alien, but an otherwise benign house. Not all of them did believe in blood superiority.
I'm gonna mildly push back a little bit that even before Tom Marvolo Riddle showed up, there are hints and indications in canon that Slytherin himself was a shady ass character.
True.
None of the
At
ghosts want to
least.
interact with him.
Peter was also a dick.
Yeah.
And yet
Yeah.
there was a church built on him.
Yeah. Well.
So this is the problem with having humans.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right.
So, and I feel comfortable making these references because the entire series is a metaphor for World War II and living through the Blitz.
Yeah.
We specifically ought to blame the Nazis and those who put them in power after the war is open. Absolutely. Yes, the Nazis took over. Yes, they committed unforgivable atrocities. And yes, Germany bears the responsibility for making things right. Slytherin absolutely has to clean up its mess. Literally clean up its house.
Yeah.
From allowing this evil to fester and boil and take over.
Yeah.
Okay? But you know who else was a Nazi? Who was ambitious, image conscious, calculating, pragmatic, unfortunately patient, and intelligent? Oskar Schindler.
It's true.
Yeah, wow.
And
He was.
Oskar Schindler
played.
is Snape. However, Snape goes an incel way. Here's why.
Yeah.
Snape needs nuance and rehab to a point. Again, he did bully and act like his shit. But big picture, he was a spy on the bad guys the whole time. He did far more good than bad. He microaggressed like a motherfucker for a generation. Yes, but ultimately he was the linchpin in being able to stop countless more deaths. He was a shitty and broken person who still managed to do the right thing, even if it was for the wrong reasons, when it fucking mattered. Now, I still give him full black marks for all the other shit that he did, for all the incel-y shit, for all the bullying children shit. You don't get to do that. But of the two, it's obviously Dumbledore who's way more evil.
Jew card.
Okay. That's so cool how that card has 6 sides to
I
it.
know, right?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to word this. So, Schindler used his power to quietly circumvent and save lives.
Yes.
Because he understood that people were human.
Yes.
Snape
You're 100% right here.
did not
True.
do it because he believed people were human. He did it only out of his obsession for Lily because of the person who killed Lily. He only went after and turned sides on Voldemort.
You're right.
Because Voldemort did not follow through on the deal to not kill Lily. He was absolutely fine with him killing James Potter and Harry Potter.
You're 100% right.
Which is also why he continued to beat the crap out of Harry, because the only reason he kept him alive was to get to the ends of the means where he could help destroy Voldemort. It had nothing to do with saving lives.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that it's a fair comparison when Oskar Schindler truly became what we would call a mensch and a hero of the Jewish people because he risked his own life, not to any benefit of his own.
True. He actually went broke after.
He went broke.
Righteous among the goyim.
Yeah, he is righteous among the goyim. He has a place of honor in Israel. We leave
Yad
rocks,
Vashem.
all of that.
Yeah.
He truly did it because he saw an evil that needed to be righted.
You're absolutely right. I don't think it's a one-to-one comparison. I do think the results of what they did were similar enough that it's worthy of comparing the tail end of their
I would
actions.
say that Snape inadvertently, through his own selfishness, did it, whereas Oscar Schindler did it through
Wait,
selfishness.
you mean that Snape was like Gollum?
Yeah, I would give him more of that.
Yeah.
And I would say in a World War II sense,
Man,
I would maybe give him
that one real hard.
Pale
What?
guy, dark history,
Yeah.
after his own ambition.
I don't feel like there's
Obsessive.
actually a really
Yep.
good, and I'm also going to come
Possessive
at
of
this with
something
I have a
like that.
degree of German language and literature and had to do a lot of German history for that degree. I do not actually believe that there would be a very accurate German individual who would actually fulfill Snape's role. Because I would have gone like maybe Rommel, but Rommel was also selfless. He
Right.
saw the bad things happening and sacrificed himself not only to try to
Right.
stop the evil that was rolling out, but also to protect his family.
Right.
There was a couple of.
I was
really
thinking of the guys who were in the
deep-seated,
in the conspiracies, but you're
deep-seated
right.
Conspiracies
Yeah.
against him. I really do think that Snape is an outlier in this.
And again,
Model.
it's not.
Model,
I think
yeah.
you're right, and it's not a one-to-one. I do think the tail end, the falling over backward over his own dickishness,
Yeah.
ended up with the same result and
Yes.
saving lives
Yeah.
in a very similar way. And again, J.K. Rowling is looking at the
Yeah.
milieu and she's pulling and plucking.
Yeah.
And
She could
again,
not be more obvious. As soon as the mudblood thing happened on her wrist, I was like, fucking goddamn it, are you serious right now?
So,
Which was just a
you know what though? At
tad bit tasteless. Tad bit.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, so-
I would point out that there are a lot of broken and shitty people in the world, and not all of them react codependently like my beloved Hufflepuffs would.
Yes.
They don't. They don't react by over.
God damn it.
They don't
Yeah,
react.
that is truly the dark side
Yeah.
of Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
They don't react by
But I
overcompensating like my
needed-
friends the Gryffindors.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't react by
I
retreating
got
into
nothing
their.
I got to overcompensate. I don't know what you're even
Right.
talking about.
They don't react by retreating into their own brains, like my brethren, the Ravenclaw. Some of them use that broken and shittiness to drive themselves to be extraordinary, and some of them use that to go right a wrong from within.
I'd give that to Draco. I
Well,
would give that
and
to
that's-
Draco.
and
Because in the
that's-
crux, when he saw what was going,
Yeah.
you saw the battle within him, and he came out on the other side.
It's very true. And he has that look at the very end at the station as an adult, and that kind of nodding like, yeah, we've been through some shit
Well,
on
and
the wrong
you
side
can
of each
see
other.
in the way that he treats his child and that he raises him
Yep.
to be empathetic and kind and happy and dotes on him, unlike his father.
Yes.
He literally learns from his history.
Yeah.
I would give him more of the Oscar Schindler. He doesn't have the time,
Yeah.
but he has that compassion.
Yeah, I will definitely say he's
buy
got
that.
Schindler's compassion. I would say, but that ambition and that cunning and that image consciousness, that is the stuff that Snape is about.
But the other thing is that Oscar Schindler gave up all of that, whereas Snape never did. He he kept it. He maintained it with Voldemort, and he maintained it with Dumbledore. That was how it
Okay.
worked.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just-
and
He
Yeah.
and even when he died, he did not lose his image, which is horseshit. And he's a garbage goblin who deserves nothing but death.
Well, okay, so
Harry should have fucking blinked. Sorry.
I would say that how to put this, Schindler stayed a industrialist magnate
Yes.
through most of it, and he was subverting the system from within. But he was so image conscious that that's what enabled him to do that. And
he was risking like serious brutal death.
He was, but he did such a good job of being a good Nazi
That's true.
that nobody really suspected it. He
But
was
the other
never
thing is
on
that
the run
I
for
don't
that.
think it was really the image. I think it was the fact that the only way he would be able to continue saving lives was by being that quote-unquote good Nazi.
And the only way that Snape would be able to ultimately defeat the guy that killed the girl that he never got to have. So again, it's for a different reason, but the method ends up being similar. I would also point out that it's interesting to me that the most broken ass people get attracted to Slytherin. In the books, perhaps in life, I don't know, but in the books, they gravitate toward that house, and maybe that's a good sign because you know who really populates rehabilitation centers? Addicts, people who need the help, people who want that acceptance, and people who relapse time and time again.
But then they also see it in our red pill and all the other kind of cesspools.
Well, yes. But, 90% of people in recovery end up relapsing.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that recovery is not a good thing.
Yeah.
But addiction is different than...
Well, I'm gonna argue we are
yeah.
talking a light side, dark side. We're talking about the two sides of the Slytherin coin.
Yeah, that's true.
As opposed to, and the point that has occurred to me that I've been waiting for breathing space to insert here is that the whole motivation that Snape had, speaking of the red pill thing, is a prototypically Slytherin motivation.
Yes.
You have wronged me, and so I'm going to do whatever it takes.
James Potter is a Chad.
Also true.
Also
Not wrong.
true.
Keep going,
Not
sorry.
wrong.
Yeah.
But you have wronged me, and so I'm going to do whatever it takes to destroy you, because if my ego,
That's
if
the dark
my-
version of it.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
okay. Because you're
but
describing
I'm saying,
justice.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Fuck justice, but justice. Fuck
it is you have personally wronged me.
Right.
Ego, that statement of my self-image.
I am aggrieved.
Yeah, I am aggrieved.
Instead of you have wronged someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I will give way to your argument about two sides of the same coin, in that could very potentially also be a very prototypically Gryffindor way to go bad.
Yes.
Because the same...
Because they attack it with zeal.
Yeah, look at me.
Yep.
You have on the one hand, is this not a great thing that I, the Baron Harkonnen, do?
Right.
Which is very Slytherin, or on the other hand, pick an example. I'm going to bring order to creation through the force of my will. Hi Morgoth, how you doing?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Anakin.
Oh yeah, well him too.
I will make the
I'll make the galaxy great if I have to choke every motherfucker in it.
And my wife.
And well, yeah.
Who's just going to give
my wife.
birth and die immediately for no apparent reason.
For no good reason at
Literally, with all the science that was in that fucking room. Also,
Well, it's Star
can
Wars.
we
It's not
just
science.
say...
It's space magic.
No, but like even with the space magic, do
And
we
I mean,
not
I
have
love
like a
Star Wars,
fucking
but
like
let's get
force
real.
epidural? I have quite... Okay, anyway, next time.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. So
Actually, they
on
do.
another
It's in
occasion.
West End Games. I'll find the book for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, effectively, yeah.
Yeah.
They better.
So anyway, I just had
You're
to
right.
get that part off my chest.
But I would say that driving, I've been wronged, and therefore, again, it can con one way or the other.
Yeah. But you're not
Yeah.
going to see a Ravenclaw spend the same amount of energy on a personal slight like that, because
No, they'll just
because the motivation is whatever. My ego is less important to me than the fact that you fucked up the grammar in the way that you did that.
But
Yeah.
they'll go whole hog at you're wrong, and let me explain why.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Hufflepuff is going to be less entirely disinterested in you have wronged me. They're going to go bad because you wronged their brother, their sister, their friend.
You done fucked up this barbecue.
Yeah.
This ain't happening.
Yeah, you need to get out of here. Yeah.
And so to come back to the point of the Nazis, again, Jew card.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I will say that within the Jewish community, people like Oskar Schindler, we would not refer to as Nazis at this point. They are basically absolved of being a Nazi. They're no longer a term of that. Because when you get down to it, the Nazis were the people that went along with it and said nothing while their neighbors were dragged out into the street, screaming and
why
shot.
you have that phrase. When
We
you have
have-
one Nazi at a table with 11 other people, you have 12
Nazis.
Yeah.
Because in reality, a Nazi would be a person that is complicit and that goes with it, which is why, you know, the motif that she's creating starts to crumble when you see so many people that are in the quote-unquote Nazi house move to Neville's side
Yep.
and stand against their parents. You didn't see that as much in Nazi Germany. You
Sorry.
didn't see
at all.
Nazis do that.
Like there was not.
Whether or
any
not
kind
they
of a
did it for
movement
their
like that.
own
a White Rose.
preservations,
Well,
yes.
but the White Rose were explicitly never fucking Nazis.
Oh, I see what you're saying. People
Yeah,
who were
yeah,
in
they
the
were
party
never
itself.
fucking
I
Nazis,
get you. I
and
get
the
you.
people that would hide
Yeah.
people in their houses
Right.
were Nazis with quotations, right? They're just like,
Yeah.
yes, hello, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking hide in my house.
Okay, I won't
like-
say Guten Tag
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
I'll
like,
say the
no
other
Jews
thing.
here.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're fucking filthy with Jews. Just close the door. Close the door. Like, you
Yeah.
know, but that was the kind of thing where there's the quote unquote Nazi, and then there's the people that they were Nazis.
Right.
Whether or not they were personally killing the Jews. So yeah.
And the Cindy and the
And
handicapped
the gay and lesbian
yeah.
individuals and the Protestants
Communists.
and the Catholics and however they could get their fucking
Yeah.
hands on that they decided they didn't like.
Only the uppity
They,
Catholics,
yeah.
though, sadly.
If you were standing by and you didn't say anything, you're part of the problem. So that's the kind of thing where it's like you're an issue. And the same thing with like people that are, you know, being silent with the issues that the Romani are facing in so many places right now. We're still kind of referring to those people as Nazis because we're like, you're still doing the same shit.
Yep.
And the people that are going and like putting fucking bacon on the synagogue in Davis, you're a fucking Nazi.
Right.
That's just kind of what we do.
You might not be wearing an armband with a swastika, but you're a fucking Nazi.
Damn,
You don't have to
could.
be wearing the Death Eater mask to be a Death Eater.
Exactly. You don't
Yeah.
have to have the Death Eater tattoo necessarily to even follow within the Death
Yeah.
Eater ideas.
And at the same time, you can be tattooed with the Death Eater tattoo and step
leave.
away from it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where that motif starts to fall apart. She
Mm-hmm.
tries very, very, very hard. But
Does she have to stay faithful to it, though? I mean, she's writing fiction about a boarding school.
She went so fucking hard with the fucking mudblood thing. At that
Okay.
point, you've crossed a line you can't come back from.
Okay.
I would argue
Nah.
that
Jew said
hold
no.
on. Yeah, well, all right.
That was fucked up.
I'm not going to argue. It
Marking
wasn't fucked
someone
up.
with a thing that goes, yo, you're not part of this, against their will in a painful way. That's that line that everybody.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, because
because I was literally
British
like,
thing
reading,
to do too.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
reading it like
Yeah.
going, that feels a little nuts.
I think
Okay.
in prior episodes, one of the things that has come up is talking about most specifically in regard to Tolkien. He didn't mean to write an allegory,
He wrote it.
but he wrote
He
a
wrote
fucking
an
allegory. The extent to which Rowling was, at least at the beginning, consciously trying to evoke Nazis, as opposed to the fact that she was evoking Nazis just because she's from the generation that grew up or that was born like shortly after the war.
The amniotic fluid of
the
Britain.
whole
Yes.
Collectively has World War II.
But that being said-
has all of that baked in.
It may not have been because, yeah, that was the thing was I was reading like going, has a flavor of Nazi. But damn, when she grabbed onto that mudblood thing, it's like the top of the shaker came off and it was like, boosh, Nazis.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not.
That was like a tipping point. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you could have argued that it wasn't. But that,
Well, yeah,
that
no,
was
and
weird.
I think at that point it did become overt.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was at that point conscious. I think
I think she's also under more deadlines by that point, and
I think
so
she also saw
had
the
to
internet
start
at that point.
grabbing stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and so she got caught into a feedback loop with her own fandom.
I mean, not to say that
You
I
know.
don't enjoy the story, but it's also like one of those things where it's like, that's a little distasteful.
I had the same Star Wars
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, it's Disney. Shit. You know, it's that over and over again.
Yeah.
I still love it.
Yeah.
I still love it, but I fully
I
admit
am
its
gonna
problems.
watch
Yeah.
that hot, fresh garbage every time it comes out.
So yeah, Slytherin has some of the most broken people attract into it.
Yeah.
And the worst kind of person can take advantage of them
Yeah.
and do
Yeah.
and corrupt and otherwise I would say benign but odd house.
Okay.
And the best of them can be agents of change. They can turn their trauma into the force of good.
All right.
And so that's why I think that Slytherin plus Ravenclaw can get you a Gryffindor.
Plus, going back onto the idea of whether or not the Germans should be blamed for certain things, when you look at World War I, and how they were dragged into it, and then how they wound up footing the blame for it, which allowed for that kind of toxic attitude to build. What you see is that Slytherin, everybody's like, ugh, gross, Slytherin, ew, gross, fuck you. Eventually, they're going to be like, well, fuck all of you too.
We're going to own it. We're deplorables.
Yeah, so that's that kind of a thing where goddamn, fuck.
Oh, you guys didn't realize this was an episode about that.
You mean like the fact that literally Nazis are happening again, and I'm just sitting here going, do I put my menorah in the window this year? Maybe not. Yeah, that one. But no, it's that kind of a thing where when you see people footing the blame, which I will also say that the deplorables are just shit people who are now like going, we have a name for being shit people who hate everyone.
This is why we've said that satire doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, because Germany in World War I were literally just sitting there going, hold on, how come we don't get to come into the room? What do you mean it's all our fault now? Wait, what? Our economy is going to be destroyed because you just don't like us today?
Hey, we're starving.
What?
Can we not pay our debts for
maybe
for
not.
And so that happened. And so when somebody comes in like, oh, hey, we need to fix this, everybody's like, fuck yeah.
Okay,
and then they like sneak in the... kill all the Jews, and they're like, what? And he's like, I'm just said, God bless you. I don't, what? Yeah. And they're like, oh, God bless you too.
But also, these bankers are a problem. Am I right?
Yeah. They're like, man, damn the banks, because we don't have any money, and so it must be and that's right, because of Christianity and not wanting to handle money, and we gave it to the Jews, and now let's just fucking kill. Anyway, but so there's the whole thing where it starts off innocently enough, whereas now it's people going, I am racist. This lady called me racist. I have a name for myself. Like, they're pitchforks that they've been turned on themselves. But they're still really angry, so they're going to keep poking themselves with the pitchfork to stay incensed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, because anger, undirected anger still makes you feel powerful because you're angry about something.
Damn, do we get some good memes out of it.
Oh.
Okay, Boomer.
The dankest.
God.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Well, great. This was timeless until you said that.
Sorry.
Now everybody knows that we're fans of Oklahoma. Thanks.
Nice. But I had
that was a spicy meme, by the way. I did save that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I don't know where I'm gonna throw it, but I think it's gonna show up in Jeremy's text messages at some random point.
Cool. Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I feel like it. He's gonna say something, and I'm gonna throw it out. I'm just waiting.
Nice.
That's about the most millennial thing you've ever done.
I know.
Like throwing it at your husband who's younger than you.
My meme game is way stronger than his. And I love it when the kids are like trying to do something from a meme. I'm like, number one, you're doing the meme wrong. Number two, that's not how the song goes. Number three, why do you suck? Get on my level.
So Ravenclaw.
I know.
So very Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you know what a meme is? I'm like, for my art portfolio.
Yeah.
Painted a meme.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just saying.
That's
Meme game's wrong.
So, all right. So at the end of all of this, now that we've spent all this time and y'all have had your opportunity to pummel the cat in the room, what do you take away from our discussion? Damian, we'll start with you.
Let's see. Well, I really liked that you were able to distill each house down to a virtue. And I really appreciated Tessa's ability to kind of point out that the Gryffindor quality exists in all the houses, and anytime it gets too high, the bacterial count gets too high, they're like, no, here, you come over here. We're going to call it the honors class, okay?
Yeah.
You can be in the honors class. You guys are the honors class. It's okay.
Yeah.
And then they let them win every year so they don't think, I want to get back in that fucking house.
Yeah.
Like, no. We've got a puzzle over here. You can't figure out your way in. And this one, we won't even talk about how to get into this room. And this one, you have to pretend to be someone else to get in there. So you're in the honors class and you guys keep winning. How do you do that? Like, I really like that your discussion of their zero chillness. Essentially, their chaos. When that bacterial count gets too high, they become their own house.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Tessa.
What have you gleaned?
I swear to God, okay, I'm just sitting here thinking about all the times that I do these, like, think, pair, shares with the kids, and I'm like, please tell me 3 things that you learned. 2 things that surprised you, and 1 question you have for next time. That's all I'm like thinking. I have a Google form in my head for this. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So
Not to worry.
anyway,
I got to remember that. That's actually pretty solid pedagogy.
right? Okay. Anyway, so I'm actually surprised at how fast you kind of rolled over there. I thought you were gonna like kind of come at us a little bit harder. Not gonna lie. But so
I still expected to get the shit kicked out of me and to lose this
No.
completely.
no, I'm a ride or die Ravenclaw. Like I definitely fit in that house. I guess it's just I did. I thought it was gonna be a lot more like, and it wasn't, which I'm surprised and slightly disappointed about.
I'll come back as a guest for another episode on anything, and we can probably fix that.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's about it. I feel like my big thing was really just to moderate and like stir the pot and be annoying, and I feel like I did that. So
You did very well.
I wasn't
You did
really
very
like
well.
sitting here going,
No,
"What
not
am I
so great, not so-
learning today?" I was like, "How can I make chaos?"
Wait, so you're
Wait,
Gryffindor?
so you're
I know,
you're
right? No,
playing Gryffindor.
I'm not chaotic enough. It's all very purposeful chaos, which is why my alignment is always chaotic neutral. Because the thing is that I can very carefully decide who I'm going to fuck with and how.
Okay.
It's well thought out. It's not like I just
Alright.
go in like, I'm gonna fuck shit up today. Like that doesn't happen.
What about
No,
you,
I've
Ed?
seen that happen a couple of times.
But it's still well thought out.
Okay, fine.
What have you gleaned, Ed?
What I glean from it is that I think there are meaningful points to be taken from both the essentialist viewpoint, which ultimately was mine, and remains mine. But I think there's a meaningful argument to talk about the, I don't want to say structuralist. Mm-hmm. That's a linguistic term that I kind of don't, because the Ravenclaw in me, which is my number 2 house on the ranking chart, doesn't like structuralist, but the effectualist in me recognizes that the effectualism outlook does have a point. And I think having it get pointed out that the separating characteristic is y'all just have no chill. I think helped me codify my argument about singular virtues. And the singular virtue is what it is for each house. And again, like I said, it's the difference in what part of this pisses you off more.
I just had another
know.
thought about how Neville fits into Gryffindor. You know how he always like forgets everything? Mm-hmm. I think it's because his brain is just going like 8 million miles per minute.
Could
Because
be.
he's just...
Yeah,
Because he's
Could be.
chaos. We found
Yeah.
at the end, he's chaos personified.
could be.
I think
Alright.
Neville is Falcon.
I can see
Yeah.
I do what Harry does, just slower.
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
fair.
That's why,
Yeah.
probably why I like Neville the best.
On your
I do
left.
like
Yeah.
Neville.
Well, at this point, just about everybody likes Neville best.
Yeah, but
that's
not because he's handsome, but
Yeah.
because he went at it with 0 skill and 0 chill.
Yeah.
0 skills, 0 chill, and still managed to behead a snake in one fell swoop with a giant sword.
Determinator.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I'd say that's a wrap. So, Tessa, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes.
Great having you here. We got to find a way for you to, come on, help us out on something else that you're going to be equally fired up about.
Mythology all day, all the time.
Okay.
You want to stick around? All right. Well, let's see. How do we close this out again? Something. You know
think at
what?
this point,
There's
yeah.
books to recommend.
Yeah.
I recommend the Harry Potter series.
Yeah. I think we're all going to recommend the Harry Potter
Game, set,
series.
match.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There
10
we
out
go.
of 10.
Yeah.
It's-
Would
yeah.
read again if
Yeah.
I had any time to read for myself at all.
Buy the
ever.
illustrated versions.
Oh yeah, they're at
Oh,
Costco
I
this
bought
year.
all 4.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice.
All right.
If I dropped one on Sagan, she would be smushed. The 4th one is large.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
All right.
For a Geek History of Time, I'm Damian Harmony.
And I'm Ed Blaylock, and always remember where you keep your wand.